20 million people are in the path of tonight's storms, and most of them have no idea. Severe Thunderstorm Watch 205 just dropped for 39 Iowa counties active until 1 a.m. Saturday, and zero visibility dust storms are being reported in the Texas Panhandle as I speak. This is a marathon, not a sprint. Severe weather runs from tonight all the way through Tuesday. When I looked at tonight's setup, 2,500 joules of instability, 50-knot mid-level winds, I sat back. Stay with me through Monday. A moderate risk upgrade is possible, and you need to know why. Drop your city and state below tonight. I come back with your specific breakdown. Mark my words. All right, let's start with what is on the ground today because it is already serious, folks. Zero visibility blowing dust is confirmed right now across the Texas Panhandle near the dry line. KLBB radar data shows congealing outflows across the Texas Panhandle dust and zero visibility confirmed. Clusters of high-base thunderstorms are moving east across western Texas, 65 to 80 miles per hour gusts. Severe Thunderstorm Watch 204 remains active for western Texas. Severe gusts are the primary concern. Deeply mixed, unstable boundary layer in West Texas means any stronger storm cores produce erratic gusts. Driving on any open highway in the Texas Panhandle today, slow down, headlights on, no joke. Visibility drops to 0 in seconds from blowing dust, never stop in a travel lane, period. Even after dark, robust cumulus development near the Texas rolling plains keeps the severe threat alive. Now in western Oklahoma, low-topped, high-base convection is deepening near the dry line tonight. A 50-knot convective gust has already been reported in western Oklahoma SPC, watching closely. SPC mesoscale discussion has a 20% watch probability for portions of western and central Oklahoma. Dew points downstream of that Oklahoma convection jump into the low 60s over 3,000 joules of CAPE. If convection intensifies in Oklahoma tonight, an organized severe gust watch could be issued quickly. Most probable peak wind gust in western Oklahoma 65 to 80 miles per hour, I kid you not. Up in Wisconsin, a 40% watch probability for portions of western and central Wisconsin. SPC says large hail and strong to severe wind gusts expected to increase across Wisconsin this evening. Isolated to widely scattered thunderstorms emerging near La Crosse, Wisconsin in the next hour or two. Southwest Wisconsin into the western upper peninsula of Michigan, greatest severe weather coverage tonight. Despite the loss of daytime heating, the low-level jet is supporting continued air mass destabilization. Deep layer shear increasing with northward extent tonight. Storm organization is possible across that zone. Most probable peak hail in Wisconsin, 1 to 1.75 inches. Tornado winds up to 90 miles per hour. Think about Dale, a retired farmer outside Grand Forks. Red flag warning still active tonight. Norman Clay Kitson, Roseau red flag warning covers northwestern Minnesota through tonight. Texas Panhandle counties, Texas, Beaver, Hansford, Ochiltree red flag warning until 9 p.m. tonight. 13% relative humidity, temperatures near 100 degrees. Any fire today spreads immediately. No outdoor burning in those zones tonight. NWS Amarillo, Texas is being very direct about this, flat out. Dale, if you are watching, no welding, no grinding, no burning until that warning expires tonight. Comment your city and state below tonight. I give your specific area a full weather breakdown. Now let me get into the main event tonight. Iowa is the bullseye, no joke. Enhanced risk covers most of Iowa tonight. Des Moines, Cedar Rapids, Waterloo, Iowa City, and Orange. That enhanced risk footprint covers 36,273 square miles, directly affecting over 2 million people. The slight risk surrounding Iowa extends from Nebraska through Kansas, Missouri, Illinois, and Wisconsin. Omaha, Lincoln, Madison, Lubbock, Davenport, all inside the slight risk zone tonight. Heads up. The marginal risk is enormous, 255,549 square miles, over 20 million people from Oklahoma City to Milwaukee, Kansas City, Wichita, St. Louis, all sitting in that outer marginal risk zone tonight. The atmospheric setup tonight is a cold front draped from Nebraska through Kansas, plus a secondary low. That secondary low is forming near southwest Kansas and northwest Oklahoma focus point for tonight's storms. MLCAPE over 2,500 joules per kilogram across Iowa tonight. An extremely unstable atmosphere. Good grief. Mid-level winds at 40-plus knots with deep layer shear of 35 to 50 knots. Supercell recipe. All ingredients. The forcing for tonight is subtle storm development delayed until evening, plain and simple. That delayed timing is the most dangerous part. Storms fire when people are home and off guard. By 6 to 8 p.m., central rapid intensification of storms from southeast Minnesota into western Wisconsin. Back through Iowa and into eastern Nebraska, storms could develop severe in mere minutes. Y'all. Initial supercells tonight pose a threat for 2-inch-plus hail before rapid upscale growth begins. That upscale growth into an MCS is when damaging winds become the dominant threat tonight. SPC notes those MCS gusts could exceed 75 miles per hour on a localized basis across Iowa tonight. No joke. A tornado or two are possible tonight as the low-level jet gradually strengthens into the evening hours. Here's the thing about 75 mile per hour MCS winds: most people underestimate they arrive with zero warning. A supercell gives you a wall cloud to watch, an MCS just hits, flat out, no visual cue. Being indoors with alerts active before 6 p.m. is not optional, it is the whole ball game. Think about Carol, retired nurse in Des Moines. Tonight is not the night to wait. Carol, your shelter plan needs confirming before 6 p.m., not at 10 p.m. when sirens are going. By midnight, storms knock on the door of Milwaukee, Madison, Dubuque, Davenport, and the Quad Cities. Those storms will be weakening by then, but damaging gusts and lightning still possible overnight. Grand Rapids, Chicago, and St. Louis could start Saturday wet from the overnight storm remnants. Maine and New England, a special weather statement, is active tonight for a completely different reason. Air temps in the 60s feel fine, but water temperatures are only mid-40s. Bless your heart. Mid-40s water means cold shock incapacitation can happen almost immediately. This is a real threat. Maine Warden Service below 50-degree water with no life jacket is a potentially fatal combination. Kayakers, canoeists, small boaters across Maine and northern New England, wear your life jacket, period. Montana is looking at 2 to 6 inches of snow Sunday into Monday above 5,000 feet elevation. Marias Pass and Glacier National Park, wet heavy snow and hypothermia risk for backcountry travelers Sunday. Snow in Montana, tornadoes in Iowa, dust storms in Texas, all in the same 24 hours. That kind of simultaneous extreme spread across one country in one day, genuinely something to pause on. Now I need to stop right here. Saturday has a detail that most people are completely missing. Tonight's storm remnants will still be active in Missouri and Illinois. Saturday morning, round 1 carries over. Some cities could face 2 separate rounds of severe weather this weekend. Nobody is ready. Saturday's enhanced risk is smaller but more focused: northeast Colorado, southwest Nebraska, northwest Kansas, Kearney, North Platte, Lexington, Nebraska. You are in the Saturday orange zone, highest ceiling Saturday. That Saturday enhanced risk zone has 198,728 people directly in the highest threat area, very focused. Slight risk Saturday covers Omaha, Lincoln, Des Moines, Sioux City, Council Bluffs, 3.8 million people. Saturday's marginal risk is the largest of the entire outbreak, 368,401 square miles, 45 million people. Chicago, Indianapolis, Columbus, Denver, Kansas City, all inside that Saturday marginal risk zone. A mid-level trough digs south through the Rockies. Saturday Lee cyclogenesis develops in southeast Colorado. Low-level moisture with dew points in the mid to upper 60s surges into the Missouri Valley Saturday. Supercells supported by elongated hotographs Saturday could produce 3-inch hail size of a baseball. 3-inch hail that is softball approaching size in the Saturday forecast for central Nebraska, y'all. When storms shift east Saturday evening, low-level wind shear increases 1 to several tornadoes possible. If Saturday's storms organize into an MCS outflow winds of 65 to 80 miles per hour, plain and simple. Saturday, overnight flooding also possible near river basins, heavy rainfall embedded in that storm complex. Low-lying areas near the Missouri or Platte River Basin, watch for water on roads Saturday nights. Saturday loads the atmosphere for what comes Sunday, and Sunday is a whole different level of dangerous. Sunday, May 17th, another enhanced risk, level 3, across southwestern Minnesota and South Dakota. The warm sector Sunday extends to the Twin Cities, dew points surging upper 60s, locked and loaded. Storm energy is off the charts Sunday, deep green instability maps from Minnesota all the way down. Iowa and Minnesota on Sunday could see intense tornadoes from supercells along the dry line, watch closely. South Dakota, Nebraska along and north of I-80, all inside the Sunday enhanced risk corridor. Heads up. Mobile home residents in Iowa, Nebraska, South Dakota, Sunday needs an off-site shelter plan, confirmed now. Damaging to destructive winds, large to very large hail. Heavy rainfall Sunday has all of it simultaneously. Sunday's greatest tornado window runs from the afternoon hours well into the evening, a long, dangerous stretch. Think about Margaret, a retired teacher outside Sioux City. Sunday is her most dangerous day. Margaret has her neighbor's number, her shelter location confirmed, and her alert set loud already. That is exactly the level of preparation Sunday requires, not gonna lie, most people wait too long. Put your city and state below. I come back tonight with your specific breakdown. Now Monday, May 18th, remember that moderate risk upgrade I mentioned at the very start. This is exactly why Monday may be the most widespread severe weather day of 2026. Monday's enhanced risk stretches from North Texas all the way up to Lake Superior, a massive corridor. Green Bay, La Crosse, Des Moines, Omaha, Kansas City, Lincoln, Topeka, Wichita, all in orange Monday. Outside that, in yellow, Chicago, Tulsa, Wichita Falls, Minneapolis, St. Paul, and Lansing, Michigan. SPC is already hinting at a moderate risk upgrade for Monday level 4 out of 5. Folks, a moderate risk upgrade makes Monday one of the highest threat severe weather days in recent memory. Intense tornadoes again possible Monday alongside widespread damaging to destructive winds do not wait. The cold front attached to the western trough surges east rapidly Monday. That is Monday's trigger mechanism. Warm sector 2 points upper 60s to low 70s ahead of that front tropical May air. Think about Frank running a cattle ranch near Amarillo, 101 degree heat today, Monday outbreak looming. Frank has his animals and family plan confirmed before Monday. That is the only smart move. Supercells fire first on Monday, intense tornadoes the initial threat before a squall line develops. That squall line carries widespread damaging to destructive winds as it sweeps east Monday evening. Rapid City, South Dakota, record cold territory behind the front, only in the 40s on Monday. Record cold highs in Wyoming and western South Dakota, while the plains bake in the 90s flat out. Rainfall totals could reach greater than 3 inches from Wisconsin through Iowa and into northern Missouri. The squall line Monday night could be the heaviest rainfall producer. Slight flash flood risk exists. Wisconsin, Iowa, Minnesota, northeastern Kansas flash flood risk runs right alongside the severe weather. Derecho potential also exists Monday, a fast-moving line covering hundreds of miles with destructive winds. Monday has every ingredient for a derecho strong shear, deep instability, a surging cold front all there. Tuesday, May 19th, the active weather does not stop even then. Many people miss that fact. Tuesday's severe weather stretches from the Illinois Valley through Missouri, Arkansas, Tulsa, Oklahoma City, Peoria, Springfield, St. Louis, Jefferson City, Columbia, Joplin, Fayetteville, Fort Smith, all at risk. Wednesday still brings storms along the Gulf Coast and up into the eastern seaboard. Even Saturday, May 23rd and Sunday, May 24th, this pattern stays active in its own right. Looking to late June, derecho threats emerge for the upper Midwest and Ohio Valley, mark my words. The June high-pressure ridge building further north is what feeds those later season storm complexes. Let me run the city breakdown so you know exactly where you stand heading into all of this. Des Moines enhanced risk tonight, active Saturday, active Sunday, active Monday, 4 straight days, good grief. Omaha and Lincoln slight risk tonight, active Saturday, enhanced risk area very close Sunday and Monday. Kansas City marginal tonight, active Saturday and Monday, multiple rounds across the same stretch of days. Cedar Rapids and Waterloo right in the enhanced risk core tonight, shelter plan set now. Iowa City and University of Iowa campus enhanced risk tonight, storms develop severe in minutes, be ready. Ames and Iowa State campus inside tonight's enhanced risk zone. Alerts on before 6 p.m. Madison, Wisconsin, slight risk tonight. Watch issuance possible. 40% probability right now. Milwaukee and Dubuque storms arrive around midnight. Weakening but still producing gusty winds and rain. Minneapolis and St. Paul active Sunday and Monday. Warm sector reaches all the way to you. Sioux City and Council Bluffs, slight risk Saturday. Enhanced risk zone closed Sunday. Monday in play too. Kearney and North Platte, Nebraska, Saturday's enhanced risk. 3-inch hail is your biggest concern out there. Grand Island, Nebraska inside the Saturday enhanced risk corridor. Supercell potential Saturday afternoon. Chicago, St. Louis, Grand Rapids wet Saturday morning from overnight remnants, then active Monday. Think about Betty in Nashville, multiple rounds of heavy rain and embedded storms heading your way. Nashville, Memphis, Little Rock, Tuesday severe weather, then Wednesday Gulf Coast storms push your way. Oklahoma City and Tulsa active Tuesday, Wednesday Gulf pattern keeps you in the game all week. Peoria in Springfield, Illinois, Tuesday is your specific severe window. Alerts set before Monday night. Joplin, Fayetteville, Fort Smith, Tuesday storm track runs right through your corridor, heads up out there. Indianapolis, Monday squall line passage overnight. Tuesday residual threat continues 2-day window. Cincinnati and Columbus, Tuesday cold front sweeps through with embedded severe weather potential. Now the temperature and heat picture because record highs are falling across multiple states today. Amarillo, Texas pushing a record high of 101 today, a record for this mid-May date. Bless. Des Moines hit 90 degrees today, a record high, while enhanced risk storms build overnight. Mid-90s reaching up to Omaha today. That heat is fueling tonight's severe weather setup, not gonna lie. Overnight lows Saturday into Sunday mid-60s to low 70s from the Missouri Ozarks to the Gulf Coast. Record warm overnight lows mean the atmosphere never stabilizes, stays primed for Sunday's outbreak all night. By Monday, upper 60s to mid-70s overnight lows from the Great Lakes to the Gulf Coast. Montana and Wyoming below freezing lows Tuesday morning while plains see mid-70s. Good Lord! That temperature gradient from west to east is driving the strongest possible severe weather dynamics. Cold air behind the front brings refreshing 60s and 70s to the Midwest by Wednesday, May 20th. That cold air ends the heat wave, but it arrives on the back of serious severe weather. Looking toward June, a very hot and steamy month expected across the Rockies and the Plains, y'all. Monsoonal flow starts lifting from Mexico into West Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, and Colorado in June. June brings a drier trend for the Midwest after this heavy rainfall, not drought-worthy, just drier. The eastern U.S. stays wetter into June cloud cover, and storm complexes hold temperatures below normal there. Here is the one thing nobody explained about why 3 enhanced risks lined up in 1 week. A trough extending from the northeast Pacific through southern Canadian prairies is the root cause. That trough is far north, subtle forcing is the trigger, not a dramatic cold front sitting overhead. Subtle forcing means storms need to generate their own lift, and once they do, they explode rapidly. Gulf of Mexico wide open for moisture, warm Gulf waters pumping dew points northward, locked and loaded. By Sunday evening, dew points surge to the Twin Cities and South Dakota gully washers ahead. By Monday, that warm sector deepens a rich moisture plume from the Gulf to the Great Lakes. The western trough eventually digs far south into the Great Basin, sitting there through mid-next week. When that trough ejects east rapidly on Monday, that is when this whole setup goes full automatic. 3 threat types fire, tornado outbreak, and snowstorm from one trough, one pattern this weekend. Here's the bottom line, straight and simple, because this week demands your full attention right now. Iowa enhanced risk tonight, shelter confirmed before 6 p.m. vehicle covered. Alerts on and loud. Texas Panhandle and Oklahoma dust zone headlights on, slow down, pull off if visibility drops. Red flag warning zones in Minnesota, North Dakota, Texas Panhandle, no fires, no sparks, no exceptions. Maine and New England boaters water is mid-40s. Wear your life jacket regardless of air temperature. Montana backcountry travelers 2 to 6 inches of snow arriving Sunday. Hypothermia risk above 5,000 feet. Saturday, Nebraska and Colorado 3-inch hail potential. Get your vehicle under cover before bedtime tonight. Sunday, Iowa, Minnesota, South Dakota. Enhanced risk confirmed. Shelter now. Alert device set to wake you. Monday, potentially moderate risk. Watch for upgrades Sunday evening. Do yourself a solid and prepare now. Carroll and Des Moines shelter plan set before 6 p.m. tonight, not during the sirens. Frank near Amarillo cattle plan and family plan both confirmed before Monday. You know the drill. Margaret in Sioux City Sunday is your highest danger day. Shelter location confirmed before Sunday morning. Manufactured home in any enhanced risk zone this weekend. Community shelter identified and confirmed now. Check on elderly neighbors today. Heat, severe weather, and power outages all pose danger this week. Charge your phone and backup battery tonight. Power outages coming across multiple states through Tuesday. People who come through weeks like this always had a solid plan before the sirens ever went off. Do me a solid, someone in Des Moines or Cedar Rapids needs to see this today. A heads up from someone they trust beats 10 push notifications they will swipe right past. Period. Updating daily every model run brings sharper details on Monday's moderate risk signal. Mark my words. Share your city and state in the comments. I will be back tonight with your breakdown. 20 million marginal risk, 2 million enhanced risk tonight, 45 million in Saturday's footprints. Zero visibility dust in Texas, 75 mile per hour MCS winds in Iowa. Record 101 degree heat in Amarillo today. Dust storms in Texas, tornadoes in Iowa, blizzard in Montana, 1 atmospheric pattern doing all of it. Dale, Carol, Margaret, and Frank, 4 people in 4 different dangers, 1 system connecting them all. That is what a 6-day severe weather marathon looks like, and it starts tonight. Folks, stay safe, stay smart. Take care of the people around you. See you in the next update.